Come on. Yeah. It's live like 95, huh? Yeah. All right. Really appreciate you all. All right. I can get to it now. Appreciate you. Sometimes you just got to let it go, right? Let it go, right? Appreciate everybody for jumping in. My name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about Washington, Mr. Washington here. And my thing is, yes, when I did my top 10 safeties, I know he was on the outside looking in. And there will be a lot of people say, hey, man, Law, come on, man. This kid got heart, right? He got determination. He got power, strength, flies out to the ball, played through the echoes of the whistle. Why you got the kid so low? Well, all of those things that I mentioned there, he will have to go into the right system. I'm talking about Darius Washington. He will have to go to the right system in order for them to utilize him in the right way. Sometimes you can look at a situation and say, man, this guy got all of the talent. He got everything from A to Z. I can see it on the film. I can see it on the tape. But then when the lights turn on and when it's time for him to get off that block, especially when you look at the tape, you can't – look, my thing is this is how so strangely the tape can be. On one end, you'll see all of the love for a player. You'll see everything that they can do. And then you see that boo-boo moment, you kind of like, especially if it's one of your favorite guys, you say, nah, I didn't see that. But wait a minute, he got Peter rolled. He got folded up like a wallet. No, I didn't see that. See, he have issues disengaging. He have issues when that tackle get up on him. He got issues when that tight end grab him. And he just can't say, guard. He's just going to get folded up and rolled up. Now, can he elude and evade and these sort of things? Yes. Fluid hips, nice, good spacing, plays with great deed of leverage, got decent speed. Didn't show up on the what you call that pro day, but his game tape is faster than his pro day tape. So that's why I always tell people lean on the tape. Don't look too much into the pro days because those numbers could be bad, right? Those numbers can obscure a lot of things. But time and time again, it's just how it goes, right? This is how it goes. Let's go listen to what they have to say.
Darius, we're also the home of Dallas Cowboys football, as you know. We've been trying.
Let me know if you guys can hear that. Let me know. Shout out to everybody that's watching.
To get a safety on the Cowboys here for about 20 years. And have you happened to have any contact with the Cowboys during this draft process?
A little bit, not so much, not really, to be honest. I talked to him a lot on my pro day, and the defensive back coach, he ran through a lot of drills and everything, and they kind of ran the whole little show. So I kind of got a lot of feedback from them there, and that's time I really talked to them, sure.
That's right. So Joe Whitt Jr. ran the pro day. So overall, how'd you feel? Take us through how that pro day went. I know that was something you were probably training for leading into it. And, I mean, did you enjoy working with Joe Whitt Jr.? Was there kind of an instant connection there?
Before he go into details of Joe Whitt Jr., Joe Whitt Jr. got a hell of a resume. When he first got his position over there in Green Bay land, he had the opportunity to coach up Charles Woodson. Now, Charles Woodson at the time already earned his lane in his business, but granted an opportunity to learn and pick up and then being able to coach up Charles Woodson and show them techniques. And Joe Whitt Jr. come from a football line. His dad was a coach, I think, down there in Auburn. So this guy come from that football mindset, so he knows the X's and O's. And what we can't do, Cowboy Nation, is sit there and say, well, look at the team that he was on last year. Look how horrible they played or what have you. No, sometimes just because you're a positioning coach or just because you're a coach does not give you the reflections of the entire team, if I could put those in other words. It's just what it is. Sometimes the collective can outweigh the individual. That's all I'm saying. Joe Whitt Jr., he is well liked, and he is well known throughout the entire NFL landscape, and especially on the collegiate level is respected as his way of coaching and philosophy of teaching. So this guy is going to be able to elevate any of these DBs into the right positioning. That's all I'm saying, Cowboy Nation. Let's stop painting coaches into a picture or into a corner and say, okay, this is all they can do. This is all they are known for. No.
I definitely enjoy working with him. He definitely got motivated for sure. Like, he definitely gave me a little insight. Like, when I had the first pass I dropped, he was like, just calm down, relax, you know. And then after that, it was on from there, you feel me? But he definitely was a good dude to work with. He was an energetic guy for sure. Seemed like he took his job serious. So I definitely enjoy working with him.
So obviously you're here. You're in Fort Worth now. Are you doing your training here in Fort Worth locally, or are you doing it somewhere else?
Frisco. I'm doing it at Exos right now. Exos in Frisco, yes, sir.
Okay, heck yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming being drafted by the Cowboys would be some level of dream come true. You get to stay local, hang out. I mean, you'd be right there in Frisco at the Star.
Exactly. And then also, that was my mom's favorite team growing up. So that would be definitely a blessing to play. Then it's close to home, too. So that's definitely a good, cool thing to play for the Cowboys, for sure.
Who don't like the Cowboys? He said that's his mom's favorite team. Now, my thing is, Cowboy Nation, I would love for the Cowboys to actually take a real good look at him because of the fact that he can do so many things as it relates to coverages and things like that. Now, him and KZ, they both the same size, 174 pounds. I think KZ is just a little bit taller than Mr. Washington there, but it's one of those situations that, man, Washington got range, KZ got range. KZ probably be a little bit faster in a foot chase, but this kid, Darius Washington, he's quick in a sense. So instead of being fast, he's more quick, and he's a little bit more physical. Yeah, he's physical.
No doubt. So Jeffrey Kavanaugh is a draft guru that works with us here on 105.3 The Fan. I don't know if you pay attention to much of the draft stuff on Twitter, but he has been very outspoken about he believes you are the number one safety in this draft. And he wanted us to ask a question to you. And he says, if you were 6 foot, 200 pounds, is there any doubt that you're the best safety in the draft? And how hard do you have to sell teams that you do play that big despite your measurements?
Oh, man, definitely. I'm the best safety right now at 5'8", you feel me? So, but definitely 6'2", I wouldn't even be having this conversation with you guys. No doubt. I'll be top 10 pick for sure. But at 5'8", I'm definitely the best safety now. You feel me? So, like, there's no question about that. But how hard do I have to sell teams on it? Pretty hard. I guess I would say just with me being on the sides, I got to sell them pretty hard about it. But I don't really like to talk about it too much. I like my film show for itself. And so whoever doesn't see me as that, they will see in the next couple of years for sure.
Did y'all hear that dog? He said he don't like to talk about it. He like to put out the film and let it do all of the talking. You know, I do like that aspect of it. So 5'8", 174, 175 pounds, give or take. And my thing is, yes, that's a little dude, but we've seen people that small play lights out. The honey badger. Somebody can put in the chat box the honey badger measurables. I think the honey badger like what 5'9", 5'10", give or take, depending on who's giving him his measurements and as well as his weight. I think he's right at 180-ish. Give or take, but it's not the size of the dog, it's the fight in the dog, right? Right? Where that heart at? You know, where that dog is. Appreciate everybody that's watching right now. Yeah, 5'9". This is what Mark Anthony says. What's his weight? You know, put the weight down. But the honey badger is the honey badger, right?
One of the things I do love about you, though, is your versatility, right? So do you prefer, if you had your choice, just playing, covering in the slot where you've had a lot of success, or do you like kind of playing back in that safety spot?
It doesn't matter. I want to be wherever the ball's at.
Yeah.
So if the ball's somewhere going to be in the box, I want to be somewhere in the box. If it's going to be over the top, I want to be over the top. So that's kind of how I always look at it. That's how I want to be used for sure. It's just wherever the ball at or where it's going to be at, that's where I want to be at for sure. So it doesn't really matter.
All right, appreciate everybody for watching that. He got a little bit more to go, but I want to do a quick Q&A right quick. Just bear with me. Let me pull this up on the screen for everybody to see. Gary says, does height matter? Well, if you're a safety and you're going to play split zone or you're going to be down in the box or you have to carry and follow the tight end up the field, can you imagine if you're 6'5", 6'4", and you got a 5'8" guy on you? You're going to catch that. You know, that's just the bottom line. He got to have some type of physicality, at least knock him off his route, knock him off his marker, squeeze and push him into another area. But if you – that just how can I put this in other terms? In the red zone situation, I go all the way back to, I want to say it was the year we didn't beat the Eagles. It was the year we went 8-8. The first touchdown that was there, it was Jordan Lewis on Dallas Goedert. It doesn't matter what Jordan Lewis did. It doesn't matter. Dallas Goedert was going to catch that 9 times out of 10. It was just matched up, mismatch. It was just a mismatch. I think that Jordan Lewis, maybe in a certain situation, if it wasn't in the red zone, maybe he could have knocked him off a little bit, get up under him. But by it being in the red zone, and it was just man-to-man in the red zone, Jordan Lewis versus Dallas Goedert, I think that was the first touchdown. And I said, man, that's a horrible situation because he's supposed to call a switch, at least get the linebacker on him. That's why that's why a lot of people really want to go out there and grab a Kyle Pitts because of the mismatch that he's able to bring out. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys should do that with the 10th pick, but that's why people are looking at how can I create the mismatch, meaning that I got a guy that can vertically stretch the field, and you got to do some personnel changing. Whether it be, God dog it be, moving an extra nickel back in, or you sliding in your linebacker. It creates mismatches. Let's see what we have here. It was 2017, Jay Versick. No, it was the playoff. Well, not the playoff game. It was the game that, we went 8-8 and we didn't beat the Eagles. But I feel what you're saying. You would have to play him for Washington. He should play single high on passing downs. This is Mark Anthony. Single high on passing downs. Yeah. So it just depends on how teams will utilize him. And a lot of times switching out your personnel and moving your personnel around, a lot of times teams just don't value that. They don't look at that as a strong suit. They look at that as weakness, and that's why you drop sometimes. Now, could he be the Honey Badger? Yes, he can play like that. I've seen some people make the statement of, what's the guy, Sanders, that played for the Colts? He was 5'8", 205. But he stayed injured too. So I'm not dogging the little guys. I'm a little guy, so I'm not dogging the little guy. I know how the mentality works. I know how it goes. What about a running back? Yeah, running backs, you want them to be – look, a prototypical running back, you want them to be the Barry Sanders / Emmitt Smith size now. You want them to be able to hit that hole, get out, squirt, get upfield. You want that. Shout out to you, Marcias. I don't understand. I don't see the Cowboys going safety till the later rounds. I think the Cowboys are going to try to grab an offensive line player in the second round. So what they doing in the first, Marcias? Appreciate you for the donation. Bob Sanders, yes, KD. Yeah, Bob Sanders was a hitter. He was 5'8", 205, right? Shout out to you, Uncle Charles. Hope all is well. Let's see. Jay Versick on Hanging with the Boys. They made a good point about Kyle Pitts and drafting him. Yeah, if we stop the screen pass this season, I'll be a happy man. This is from Iceberg Q. Yeah, we got to stop the screen passes. Now, I think I did a video on KJ Wright. The people that really stop those screen passes are disruptors, are linebackers that can see the play develop, and they go all in. They go all in to break it up before it formulate, before that blocker can get in front of them. And a lot of times, what we got out of our linebackers, and I'm not throwing any salt or shade at Jalen nor LVE, they allow the play to come to them. It's strange. If you look at their scouting report, they have issues and trouble disengaging. They have issues when the opposition get their hands on them. I think that they can fly to the ball well, but they've been taught to stand still. They will see something developing, and they would rather allow the said player to grab the ball, and then they chase. I want them to blow it up. I don't care if it's hit before before they are able to make a football move. I would rather for them to have that tenacity, that type of mindset. Let's listen to the rest of this interview. I don't have a lot of time, but I really appreciate you guys for jumping in.
Darius, what's the better feeling? Is it just smacking somebody clean over the middle with a big hit and getting up and flexing on them, or is it getting that interception?
Interception.
Oh man, definitely that turnover. Probably that turnover for sure, because we get the offensive opportunity to go and score a touchdown and get a field goal. So definitely that turnover or taking it back for 6. So
Team player right there. But what was it like overall playing for the legend that is Gary Patterson?
Oh,
Man,
wow.
it's a guy that always wanted perfectionist, So it was tough playing for a guy like that. But when you look at the bigger picture, it definitely was a blessing in disguise for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he always wanted to suffocate. He didn't want no one to score, no one to get in the yard. So it definitely was an honor to play for him for sure, man.
Facts.
Just overall, your entire career so far, we can go back to high school, college. Do you have a favorite play or memory throughout your young career so far?
You said high school or college?
Yeah, high school or college, whichever one.
Definitely in college. We played against Texas. It was a homecoming game, and we were down at the point. Then Coach P had put me in the game, and I got the interception. Like as soon as I got in the game, that was the first pick. And I was the second pick of the game, but I got a pick, and then we went around and scored later on that same drive and changed the momentum of the game.
That's
so
dope.
definitely that would be my favorite memory.
Ooh, that's an awesome one. And then last one for you, because Jerry and the Cowboys are listening here on your home of the Cowboys, our Darius Washington, TCU safety. If you could just say one thing to the Cowboys before this draft for them to come and get you, what would you tell them?
I'll definitely tell them I'm going to make the whole defensive team better. And if they want to ball hawk and see it, they need to come get me.
Oh, he said, "Come get me." Yeah, did y'all hear that? Oh my goodness, I love the mindset, the temperaments, and all of that stuff.
If you could just say one thing to the Cowboys before this draft for them to come and get you, what would you tell them?
I'll definitely tell them I'm going to make the whole defensive team better. And if they want to ball hawk and see it, they need to come get me.
Y'all like that? Y'all like that mindset? Come get me. I think there was another guy that said that, named Earl Thomas, said, "Come get me." What round? What round you guys think that the Cowboys will spend some money on that? Spend some money on that. Oh, what's Buda Baker's size as well, Cowboy Nation? Because I'm hearing that too. So what's Buda Baker? Buda Baker, Bob Sanders. Of course, you could throw in the Honey Badger. KZ. No, KZ's 5'11", but he's like 175 as well. And third, Marcia says the fifth. If you get Darius Washington in the fifth, that will be a steal. You'll be a thief. You'll be a thief, right? That's what a lot of people will say. The third or the fourth. Yeah, third or the fourth round there, or Darius Washington. Let me ask y'all this. How do you guys like the Talano kid from USC? How y'all like him? Who you rather have, a guy like a Talano or Darius? In the second round, I know for sure, John, you can get him in the second round. How y'all like about that kid right there? Buddha is 5'10", 195. Solid, huh? Little solid guy, 195 at 5'10", little solid guy. Hard hitter, but injuries, yeah. Talano, okay. Let's see. I don't know if you guys watched much of a Missouri tape, but how do you guys like the Joshua Bledsoe? Yeah. I know Ed in the house. I know he let me put his name in the chat right here. Bam. I know y'all like him, Nazardine. These are guys that I got ranked a little bit ahead of Darius Washington. Or how do you guys feel about Richie Grant? Put his name in the chat so that people can see his detailings there. It's 5:20. Okay. All right, yeah. Nazardine is a dog. Is from Mark Anthony. Appreciate you for jumping in. Quest Elohim. Appreciate you, LAW Nation. Appreciate you, man. Bledsoe is good. Yeah. Why? Let me ask a lot of people this. I posted a Javon Holland. 6'1", and I'm not just trying to look at height wise, but in that particular system, the way they utilize Javon Holland and his other safety crew that was with him was a unique situation because he kind of played inside that. He can cover the deeper thirds, but sometimes they put him in that slot situation. How do you guys feel about Javon Holland? I see a lot of people say, well, he sucks, he's horrible, he's not even a true safety. Why so many people dislike Javon Holland? Is this much more of a hypeness? Because I can tell you that until like a couple of weeks ago, this kid, he's a hybrid in my opinion, but he's like Josh Bledsoe on steroids. Jamar Johnson, I put Amar Johnson, but let me respell his name. He's like a better Bledsoe in my opinion, and he's tall. He's 6'1". He can play just about anywhere on the field. He's an agitator, a disruptive. He just everywhere, and he's not afraid to tackle. He can play in that nickel too. It was hard for me I have Jamar Johnson, I got Javon Holland like right next to next, and just for the simple strength that I like Javon a little bit better, but I would put Jamar in that window of being one of the top safeties in this particular draft. Yeah. Ballhawk for real, just right. Appreciate you. Holland is good as from John. Yeah, I just like to pick your brains. I like Darius Washington. I think that he will. Now, in this particular system, we've been having issues with defenders coming down and hitting, right? And I'm not saying that Darius will check out of a game because you see that dog mentality. Look where my dog bark is. You see that mindset to come down and field. Even KZ got that same mindset, even at 174 pounds. He came down and he said, come on, Ezekiel Elliott. The heart was there, the mind was there, but the body was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? And he got rolled it up like Family Guy. And we for a long time had issues of players playing through the echoes of the whistle, being able to say to themselves, I'm coming down to field. I'm going to squeeze right inside. I'm going to shoot that particular gap. I'm not going to wait to visit. I'm just going to go there. As they say when I used to be promoting the clubs and everything, don't meet me there, beat me there. Y'all come on out to the party. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Be there or be swear, right? This is about the mindset, right? Stack up the D-line and linebackers. Cowboys suck in stopping the run game. Yeah, so regardless of anybody that I mentioned, Javon Holland, the Moorridge kid, oh my goodness, I like him. Oh my goodness. Nazardine, Bledsoe, Richard, Wiggins, Darius Washington. None of these guys mean a hill of beans if your front can't do anything. Your front going to have to set the tone. Your other guys, you want them to run freely. And I think that with good windows and good pockets, I believe that these guys can make plays. So what I want the Cowboys to do, Cowboy Nation, will be this right here. Go into this draft with the mindset of saying, okay, I don't want to be picking through the litter as it relates to trying to find that veteran guy, trying to go over the conversation with the Casey Haywards of the world and the Richard Shermans, which I believe old broom can sweep the floor good, right? You know how that thing goes. You know, new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom can get the corners. But I want them to go with this mindset, even if they have to double dip. We got 10 picks. You got to move up. You got to figure this thing out. You go get you a staple piece as it relates to that interior, and you go double dip in some of these safeties out here. They got some dogs. Shout out to you, Jay Versick. We're picking off Mahomes this year. Oh, my goodness, we better be ready. We better be ready. And I think we should, right? We should. Marcia's with the $4.99 for your mind. I like Holland and Johnson. I don't get why people saying Grant is top safety in this draft. A lot of people don't have him as the top 5 of the draft, safety of the draft. This is from Joe Marcia's. Appreciate you, Marcia's. Jay Marcia, appreciate you. I got Grant as my 4th safety. Now, sometimes you can be a how can I put this? Like Nasruddin, he can do it all. Grant can do it all, right? And sometimes that can be your detriment sometimes, being able to play everywhere on the field. And my thing is with Grant, what I want Cowboy Nation to do if he is selected with the 44th pick or what have you, because of the simple fact that we need a safety. If he's drafted with the 44th pick, do not expect him to be the end-all, be-all. Expect him to come slide in and be that rotational piece for at least first 4 or 5 games, or maybe 6 games, and then slowly bring this kid along, and then from there we can start doing the evaluation. That's pretty much with all of those defensive backs. We need help up front. We need help up front. Let me repeat. We need help up front. All right, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that I have for this moment. Let me see if I can play a little bit pieces of this clip one more time. And I got to get out. Got to run some errands here. But I really appreciate you all for jumping in. Let's see what we can hear again, because I love when you talk with that conviction and authority, right?
You said high school or college?
Yeah, high school or college, whichever one.
And Coach had put Coach P at the game. That was the first pick. I was the second pick of the game. On that same drive and changed the momentum of the game. So definitely that would be my favorite memory.
Ooh, that's an awesome one. And then last one for you, because Jerry and the Cowboys are listening here on your home of the Cowboys, our Darius Washington, TCU safety. If you could just say one thing to the Cowboys before this draft for them to come and get you, what would you tell them?
I'll definitely tell them I'm going to make the whole defensive team better. And if they want to ball hawk and see it, they need to come get me.
Yeah. If they want to ball.
If you could just say one thing to the Cowboys before this draft for them to come and get you, what would you tell them?
I'll definitely tell them I'm going to make the whole defensive team better. And if they want to ball hawk and see it, they need to come get me.
I wanted to play that. Appreciate y'all, man, for your love and adulations. Joe, just right. Appreciate you for the $5. Appreciate you, Floyd. Appreciate you. Grant is my safety 1. Appreciate you, Marcia's. Y'all smash that like button on your way out. I love it. Let's continue to grind and shine. I really appreciate you guys. This will also be uploaded on the Law Nation's show as well as the Law Nation Sports. So y'all bear with me as we get ready to get on out of here, man. Let's go. Ball Hawk, Mr. Ball Hawk, huh? We got some ball magnets up in here. Y'all look up Jamar. He's a ball magnet too. Yeah, come on. Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that Morridge kid, oh my God. Yeah. He's a ball magnet. Come on. Y'all look this kid up right here, man. Let me put this hole up in here. Let me put all my scouting report stuff right here. There we go. Y'all look this up. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Let me see some fire emojis up in this thing, baby. I know y'all crunk. Y'all want to see a ball hawk, right? I'm that ball hawk, baby. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. If they get Jamar Johnson, man, I'm just going to go crazy. We out, baby.
have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what, told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro,
Rollin, appreciate you.
add it up.
Salute to Uncle Charles. OG, I see you, fam. Derek Thomas, let's go. We out.
Everything is on me.